There's more news about President Gotabaya coming in. According to Sri Lankan media reporters, Gotabaya Rajapaksa has landed in Malé at 3:07 a.m. this morning aboard a military aircraft heavily guarded by armed forces. He's likely to leave for another destination soon. At the time of landing, the Maldives capital was under heavy security. Some Lankans who tried to gather at the airport were all cleared. All right, now we'll try to take in a word again from Purnima. We know that she is right there at Gale trying to get reactions from there. The people are at the presidential secretariat and they're all very curious to see what is there in these government buildings that have been, so opaque. There's been no transparency in either the administration, the leadership, or even, the fact that they couldn't even see what was inside these buildings physically, and they're taking advantage of that. And now they're just actually in rather orderly queues going in to see what is there in these buildings, be it the presidential residence or the secretariat. So just people who are frustrated, curious, and are at a crux. Going back to Purnima now. Purnima, have you managed to speak to more protesters? What is the sentiment there? And who do they want to succeed Rajapaksa?
President today has announced that he will step down. Is that something you want, or do you want the resignation of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe?
We want everybody to resign, actually, like Prime Minister, President, and all the government, parliament leaders to resign, because that's what this whole protest is about. Because we have been doing this protest for 96 days. Today is the 96th day, and you have people are putting their efforts, their sweat, and they're all the time to this protest, because it's more like a people's, because we have to do something for our country, right? Without this without a proper government, without a corrupted government, we are no way of going forward in our future. So in order for us to have a better future, I think it's really necessary.
Do you want new faces?
Sorry?
Do you want new faces to run the country?
Obviously, we want educated and well-driven leaders, not the ones who are going after money and corrupted, all this going towards only for their politics agendas. So we would like to have new faces, from everyone, doctors to lawyers to engineers to all the education sectors. We want everybody to involve in this government, make a new parliament. That's where this protest going, because
if the president resigns today, will you all celebrate here at the golf face?
Yes, obviously.
Are preparations underway for celebration?
Yes, we are going to give this ayah and all the committee, the ones who are properly supporting from the very first day onwards, are making their food and stuff for all the people who are going to come today, visit today, because this is something this is a very revolutionary thing. Yes.
And President has left for Maldives, and from there he's going to leave to another destination, is what we are learning. Was this something that you all expected?
Obviously, the ones who are really scared of going to the jail, and they're scared of paying for their deeds, right? Obviously, they only know how to fly away from our country without taking the steps towards to make a better things, paying back, giving our stolen money and everything to whatnot. That's what they're doing. So yes.
So that's the word that's coming in from protesters, not just President Gotabaya's resignation, but also Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe's resignation. Remember, after the president officially steps down, it will be the Prime Minister who will be made the interim president as per the constitution. But protesters say that once President resigns, there will be some celebration of sorts because they consider this to be the victory of the people's movement that they call it, and everyone is now waiting for that announcement, and they know that it's obvious for the president to have reportedly left the country because they don't want to face the ire of people, and that's why they will not be in the country as the country is facing its worst ever economic crisis. Shilpa?
Well, Purnima, his departure is a remarkable victory for the people of Sri Lanka. They've been protesting, as one of them said, for 96 days. And it's a huge victory for them. And what is most remarkable about the protest there is that there are a lot of families as well that are protesting, people from all walks of life. And especially with you at Gal today, I see everybody is so calm. They're just going in like it's really a tourist destination. They've formed an orderly queue. There is anger, but I sense there is no fear. Because look at that, we have visuals on the screen. The protesters were stopped. In fact, there was even firing on them when they tried to storm the presidential residence. One of them was killed as well. But no fear, because they've come there with their children and they believe that what they are doing is right. They know that it's illegal, but they believe that it's their moral responsibility that they're fulfilling.
Absolutely, there is no fear. You can, if you look at this particular queue itself, many families are joining protests. It's not just the youth, it's not just the elders, but also children who are in fact stationed here. They come here for a few hours and then they go back. This is something that we've been seeing for 96 days without fear. Families have come here. Some of them in fact stay in the tents that have been set up in the Gotabaya village. But you can find people from all walks of life, whether they are the business class or middle class or even the poor. All of them have together stayed united in this fight against the Rajapaksas. You can find a lot of children also now joining the queues to get a glimpse of the government places, and you can find children raising slogans saying "Gota, go home" in the golf face for the last 96 days. They come with their parents and they raise slogans. They may not know what's happening, but families believe that children should know because they are the ones who are going to shape a brighter future for Sri Lanka. But people from all walks of life waiting here for that official announcement. They are calm, but they want to ensure that the president sticks to his statement and resigns officially. And everyone here has been raising chorus since midnight. At the golf face, it was never like a calm midnight. Everyone here was raising slogans. They are trying to celebrate this, considering that this is something that they demanded 96 days ago. They wanted all the Rajapakshas to resign, and now when the president officially resigns, they will celebrate because this, they claim, is the people's victory. This, they say, is not for one particular set of people. The anger, the problems that they've been facing, an acute shortage of fuel, acute shortage of essential commodities, inflation on the other side, all these are making it very difficult for them to survive. And they know that it's not going to end soon, even if president resigns. For the Sri Lanka to recover, it's going to take a long road ahead, and that's why they say that it's time for new faces to, in fact, run the government. Today, President is officially going to step down. Is it something that you're all waiting for since midnight?
Yes.
Are you waiting for the President to resign? Is it something that you're waiting patiently for the official announcement?
Yeah.
So what is your demand? Do you want Prime Minister also to resign?
Yeah. He will go there. He should go there. He must go there. And all the Sri Lankan should waiting for go there.
So will you celebrate?
Yeah, of course.
And are people not scared of the Rajapakshas anymore?
No.
Do you want new faces to, in fact, come forward and take charge to run the country?
Yeah.
Do you find any interesting faces among protesters to become leaders of tomorrow?
Yeah. We don't know who comes, but all the Sri Lankans thinks the time is come for the time will change.
How long are you protesting here from day one till now?
Huh?
Are you coming here every day for the last 96 days?
No. I today come.
Have you seen the presidential secretariat? Have you visited these places, presidential palace, temple trees?
Yeah.
You have? Okay.